Hi guys, welcome back to Detailing in the Beast. Day number 6 in our scratch remover mega test. Now this is one we have reviewed before on the channel, but as I mentioned right at the beginning in the introduction video, we're not going to be using it as in-depth, with all these others. These are sold as hand application predominantly, and they're aimed at people with no machines, etc. So we're not going to be reviewing it on a machine like we did in the previous video. But if you want to go and check that video out, please do so. Today, we're going to be looking at the Meguiars Scratch X 2.0. Here we are then, day and product number 6. Something we have reviewed before, but we did that with machine and by hand. Today, and for the point of this mega test, it's hand only. So this is Meguiars Scratch X 2.0. Again, we have the same defects as we had on every single one of these. This is our control section, so something we can always come back to. This is the Meguiars section. We're going to work this in by hand for around 10 minutes and have a look at the differences or the improvements that can be made in that test section there. Meguiars Scratch X 2.0 Fine Scratch and Blemish Remover. It says it's the must-have product for isolated paint problems. Totally safe on all paint finishes and restores a brilliant clear finish. It is the first product up to now that mentions the actual application by hand or with a dual action machine polisher. Scratch X 2.0 is designed for quick removal and of isolated paint problems where they occur. Competitive products either hide the blemish or scratch the finish. Meguiar's exclusive micro abrasive system enables Scratch X 2.0 to remove fine blemishes while restoring high gloss finish. So by hand, we are to dispense a small amount onto a 100% cotton towel or a foam applicator pad. Work Scratch X 2.0 thoroughly into the surface, one section at a time. So we are going to do that now. We've got a 10-minute timer set up. Going to work this in, and then we'll come back and we'll see what the results are like after the 10 minutes. So as I said earlier, we have reviewed this before, a more in-depth particular product review, not part of the larger mega test. And what I immediately notice here in comparison to the competitors that we've already had a look at is the oiliness of this product. It's going to enable me to work it for a lot longer than the others did. Most of these scratch products up to now that I've used are, they're very dry, they're very gritty, obviously by their abrasive nature. They are very coarse, but what I have found is this is actually quite nice to work with. It's really easy to work with for the end user. And as such, you are probably going to use less product. Okay, so 10 minutes has been passed. Just going to buff this off and then I'll take you in for a closer look. But initially, you compare that with our control section. Look how deep that scratch is and how heavy them swirls are. Yes, there's some cloudiness there that you can see in the lights. But I think by hand that has done a pretty good job. And if you stand away from the panel, and you compare it to areas around it, I think the Meguiars has done a pretty good job. Now, the Meguiars is one of the more expensive products of this whole test. So, at the minute up to now, we've only been reviewing products around about the £4, £5, £6 mark. This is nearer £11, but it does get you 207 mils, which is over average as well. So usually we're around about 150 mil. This gets you 200 mils for £11. But what I will say, and I'll come on to this in the final comparison video, you use half as much. So the product is very, very oily. It's got a really long work time. 10 minutes, I used this twice, whereas some of the others have been using 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And to be honest, it's quite nice to work with it being so oily. It's not drying out. It's a nice user experience to use. And yeah, I don't think the Meguiars has done a bad job at all. Left to do now in this mega test, we have 2 more products coming tomorrow and the day after. We have the Auto Bright product next. That one's coming tomorrow. And the Auto Glim will be coming the day after, followed by a review or an overall summary of all 8 of these products. Let's just clean these off. So we're going to then go and do an overall review video of all 8 of these products, and we're going to give these scores and determine which one of these scratch out products is the best. If you want to see all of that, make sure you hit subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.